Hello, amazing humans. My word for you this evening, I will tell you in a minute. I got to tell you why I'm doing this. First and foremost, I try to do a word a day. I really do. But as I'm laying here in my bed doing my social media, I came across a friend's profile. And, well, not profile, but in my feed, right? In my news feed. But something that a friend of mine had posted. And in summary, it says, stop complaining about all the times that you failed and start talking about, I think it said, we're going to say celebrating all the times that you got up. So, number one, that's the number one rule in success, right? I saw someone post something. Hold on. I have a hair on my hand. Imagine that. Sorry. I saw someone post a couple days ago that, or maybe it's been more than a couple days. My days run together. But I saw someone post a couple days ago that the difference between failure and success is the choice that the person that fell made to continue going, right? And again, that's summary, but basically that's what it said. So my word for you today is failure, or this evening. And I know I try to do one word a day, but sometimes my soul is moved to bring you some information. So if you've noticed, I've been doing these words every day because I want you to see them and I want you to feel good about yourself. And I want you to know that no matter where you're at, that you can move forward from that. And however your dream looks, your dream can be accomplished. Now you're going to put some work in. Remember, we can't sit on the couch. It's not going to come knocking on the door. But if we're putting some work in, we can definitely make our dreams happen, right? And depending on our dreams, depends on how much work we have to put in, right? But with that said, my word for this evening is failure. Now, the reason that this is my word is because it's not talked about enough. And I'm guilty of that too. Because even in my words, I try to choose my words wisely, where they can be words of affirmation rather than destruction. And when people hear the word failure, they're like, oh my gosh, I did this, I didn't do this, I did what, how we getting here, right? But listen, there is no successful person in this world that didn't fail. I posted something today. If you're scared to do it scared, right? Like, that's just how it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is the last choice you make. And when I say the last choice is, are you going to choose when you fall this time to get up and do it again? And I just had this conversation. Oh my gosh. So where was I? Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Orlando, I don't know. I was somewhere today. And, well, I went last night because my friend, Patricia, was here from Missouri. And if you remember, I went to Missouri a few weeks ago. Well, it was actually the end of September. So I went to Missouri at the end of September. But she was here in town. Her daughter has a soccer game tomorrow. So, by the way, not calling the baby's name out, but I love you, baby girl. You will do great. You will do great. But I had the most amazing and intelligent conversation with her. First of all, I got to brag on her, right? So this amazing human is 17 years old. She's going to be 18 soon. She wants to be an engineer. She is so intellectual. She reminds me of me. And actually, her mother said that she stole her from me, that she was really my daughter. And I think that's so funny. I think it's funny the way that she says it. But I always tell my friend, that's not true. That's your baby. That's your baby. And she is a product of you. So therefore you are that smart. But it wasn't the same conversation that you would normally have with a 17-year-old. Like, I have these conversations with my son Brian and my son Elijah, who are just emotionally and naturally more mature than their age, which they get inherently from their mother, because I was that way too. And that's not something that I'm going to downplay or try to pretend. I was way more mature at a younger age than most people were, and those two particular children are the exact same way, and so is this beautiful baby girl. Like, I had such an amazing, I know nothing, zero about engineering. I can tell you I know everything about it now. Not everything, but the gist, right? We had such a great conversation, such a great dialogue. She just made my heart smile. She just made my heart smile. So if you are a prayer, I'm not going to say prayer warrior, but if you are, great. But if you believe in the power of prayer, please say a prayer for her, as she is a senior this year. So as she has her last soccer game tomorrow, I wish the team very, very much success. But back to what I was saying, failure. So while I was having this conversation with this amazing young lady, I said to her, I was like, listen, you are young and you are going to go through multiple failures and heartbreaks and disappointments, even in yourself. Because listen, when people value what they're doing and what they're devoted to, and they're into like their achievements. Like, listen, me in high school, if I made a B, I was punishing myself. I grounded myself if I made a B. Homegirl has all AP classes and was doing math, or her calculus. That's what she's doing. Calculus. It's not me. I mean, it's math, but not math. She was doing her calculus as we're having a conversation. As she's supposed to be enjoying her weekend, she's doing calculus. Same concept. Like, when you have that much confidence in yourself, you get disappointed. You get disappointed if, excuse me, you get disappointed if you are one thing shy of what your expectations were, right? And people like her and I and Brian and Elijah, we aren't comparing ourselves to the people in the world. We're trying to be better than we were yesterday, and we're trying to meet our own goal, which is probably more expectations than anyone ever put on us, because that's just how our minds work. That's just how we work. So, with that said, as I said to her, you are going to experience multiple failures in your life. What determines your success is the choice you make to change whatever caused that failure, right? You can't do the same thing over again and expect a different result. The analogy that I used with her is you can't go to Home Depot and buy black paint and come home and expect it to be blue. And that is the truth. So remember, failure is not talked about enough, and I will personally make a point to talk about it more. Because failure doesn't mean you're failing. Failure means it's a lesson. And if you make the choice to get up and try again, you've learned. As long as you're not repeating the same thing. So, remember, failure is not a bad word. It's an amazing word. It's how we learn. It's how we change. It's how we adapt. It's how we make sense of what's going on in our lives. We learn from our failures. If you remember anything I have ever said, remember, you learn from your failures. Make the choice to get up and try again. Love you. Bye.